Alright, so messing around a little bit, seeing how the marker paints would stick on this. This is just a permanent marker, so I'm painting over all this. So, but I did start seeing how the scratches were coming along. You know, I'm gonna paint over this anyway, so if it looks really bad, oh well. But able to clean this up a little bit more. You know, forward progress. Seeing how the door, some monkey business, and I scuff this up so it takes the paint a little better. Most of it's just so it takes some paint. I don't know how it's gonna do. I also messed with some. I'm not sure if you can see in there. I weathered the dashboard to see how marker paints that I have. I have Gundams. They're actually pretty cool. From our local hobby shop. The Gundam marker paints in a bunch of different colors. So we'll get into that pretty in depth, and I'll come back and see where we're going. Got to get some paint, so that's our biggest. Got to get the right primer. I want the red base primer for my base color. But yeah, this is the first step, just experimenting, and I'll get the front dash off. I'll probably paint that white, the fender white, and then rust them all, you know. So, anyways, I'll be back in a minute. This is part 2, first step. So before we get into the paint, I wanted one more thing to set up. So I'm going to take this box, which is the battery box off the bottom, you know. There. I'm going to mount it over this, so that way I'll have a place to put my battery, my ESC, and I'll probably paint it brown like wood. It looks more like a wood box anyways. So in order to do that though, I'm going to take the mounting holes, so it'd be like this, figure out where my distance is here, just for quick reference, so it's that far out from the back side. So if I use these holes as my guide, I want to be about that far out like that. So then I can take a marker or a scribe, get my holes. Now I will double check these, but before I drill. But you get the idea. Then I drill the holes in this, and then this can sit right inside of it. And then I can use the inside of this to hold the ESC, the radio, whatever I need to hold. We're probably just going to do radio and battery, you know. I don't think the ESC needs to be in there, but the batteries I use are the URGENEX. Let's see, do I got one? Probably got one around here. So these are the URGENEX that we use. So they're nice and small. I'm probably going to be going with an ESC that this would work with in the end, rather than the Hobby Wing. And if I do, that's fine too, because my other URGENEX aren't much bigger, the smaller 2S ones, the ones with the Deans. So if I stick with the Deans, it'll still work. I just won't have room in here for, you know, like right now I can put the radio in there as a kind of a wedge, you know. See how that works? Just put it like this way. And seeing we're not using the holes anymore. You can even probably put an antenna through one of these. You know, run our wires. It all depends on how length of the wires and all that. So that's, but I have to mount the drill the holes and mount this first, and figure out how I'm going to mount this to this, because I'll probably have to drill a hole in the frame itself in order to get it set right. So, but we'll figure it all out. It'll also hold it to the back, so the body will be a little less flimsy. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, because it does to me. Not that that matters. That doesn't mean it makes sense. Anyways, I'll be back in a second once I get that figured. Alright, so I think we got it all figured out, minus paint. So you can see there I got 2 marks. So what I did was put some marker paint on there, and then I lined it up the way it needs to be for the bottom. And in the end, I'll put some screws on right where those bridge lines are to hold it into place. And then on this back side, it's nice because the ESC switch can go there. So I can put the ESC inside of there, never touch it unless I have to. The lid comes off, switch the batteries out. It's going to be nice. It'll work out nice. And then I'll figure out what to do about the rear end. Maybe I'll put another bumper on it or a winch or something. Who knows? Who knows? But so that'll be it for this video. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. When I come back, I'll have the paint and I'll be painting it. And we'll be doing at least 2 layers of paint, probably the primer and then first coat with some salt in the middle. I'm not going to go too nutty with it first time doing the salt stuff, but I think this is going to work. And I think I'm going to hand paint these boxes. Same with the interior. I'll use the same brown to make like a wood grain with the brush strokes. So, but I think it's going to work good. 2 little holes there. Got a couple little holes to put on the side right there for the frame. And it's kind of nice because I left the post. So say I went back to the standard, that post will go on there. So this body can work on both. And it'll work pretty nice. So hopefully you guys dig. And hopefully it's a good idea. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you when I see you guys. Bye.